Hey guys, $51,000 Bitcoin kicking in today. Peter Schiff making a call that we have a massive massacre coming to all of these Bitcoin buyers. We've got some PPI data readjustments coming in from the Fed. We got a special guest, Trade Intuition. All this and more right here today on Piper Academy. Guys, without any further ado, happy Valentine's Day in classes in session. Hey, welcome to Piper Academy, the show where we bring you the news, the markets, and the charts, and everything you need to know to set your day off right. We had a massive rally overnight. I almost fell out of bed, literally, when I looked over right before my alarm even went off. I was kind of shifting, looked over, saw my my little chart there on my phone stand, and I saw this massive candle. Literally, almost fell out of bed, going, "What the hell is going on?" But yeah, I'm not mad. I'll wake up happy like this any time that the markets want to do this to me. But let me go ahead and bring up my team here. What's up, TradeFly and OC? How you guys doing, man?
Well, it's good. It's good to be back. I'm super excited. And I said, hey, at 5K, what was I going to do? Flight suit, baby. So I had to pull the patches. Don't want to dox myself, but yeah, let's go. It's go time.
That's right. Let's get it. Let's get it. OC, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Just to say that I am taking some profits out of the loan that we've taken a little bit 2 weeks ago. And I mean, it's just been moving. I actually have been waiting for maybe a weakness signals in there, but it's just keep pushing through, and that is amazing. I mean, loving it.
It does, absolutely. It's mind blowing. Got our new emoji there. That's for the YouTube members. They now have the Valentine's Day Bitcoin pump candle there. So shout out to everybody that's right now over there in the members chat. Guys, good morning and welcome. Let's go ahead and get on our guest for today. We've got Joe from Trade Intuition in the house today. What's up, Joe? How you doing, man?
What's going on, guys? I tell you what, I am really happy to be here today on Valentine's, and Bitcoin is showing us some love. It's breaking up, and I was really surprised. I thought it was going to do some lower highs, but now it's going, man. It's crazy.
What's really crazy about it is that we just had all of this data that came out the other day, for inflation, and it was not pretty. And we got a pullback off of it, but it's like everything hit support and then immediately rebounded like a speed bump. Like, did we just hit something? And Bitcoin was like, I don't know. And behind you, it's like this, economic speed bump that just got smashed over by the car. Did we just hit something? I'm not sure what that was, but it just kept moving. So got to get my trade, my legendary aviation coffee, and it's delicious. So, and yeah, it's the go juice, man. I got to fuel the brain. Let's go ahead and get into the news because we got a lot of stuff today. We got 4 analysts on this screen right now, and we got a lot of news to go through. So we're going to try to get into all of it and get some announcements out here. So, guys, let's get over here to the news. Look at here, guys. This is the 1 hour. A lot of green. Look at the daily. We have even more green. Let's take a look and see what is moving today, though, and what's actually giving us some oomph. Bitcoin up in the past hour, 0.4%, up for the day, 5.8%, outperforming Ethereum, coming in right behind it at 5% there. Solana up a whopping 6.5% here. BNB 3.3%. We love seeing USDC not be the one, right? XRP up 3%, getting a little rally going on there. Cardano, though, guys, for the ADA gang out there, 7% pump in the markets today. Avalanche up 6%. Any just ungodly movers on here? Yeah, Stacks. Guys, my Stacks bag is loving me today. It's up 12.9% for the day. So, of course, when you got things pumping like that, you got to assume that there were some people getting wrecked. In the past 24 hours, 48,991 traders were liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $184 million. Largest single liquidation happened on OKX. It was a Bitcoin trade. Someone bet against Bitcoin and lost on Valentine's Day for a whopping $10.2 million. So shout out to that guy. He was a lot of people's exit liquidity. So Looking here on the data, like I said, we had a PPI readjustment for December that came in. 0.2% was the actual that has been resubmitted out and pushed out as data. It was previously at 0.1%. So 100% increase, or decrease, I should say, which is a 100% increase on how good it is, but a 100% decrease. You know what I'm saying? It's better, okay? Jumping over here, guys, looking at what we got for Wednesday for the earnings reports today. We've got CME Group going to have some today. Kraft and Heinz, Sony, Cisco, some big names, Generac on there, Upwork. QuantumScape, they're a battery company that is trying to do lithium alternative batteries or less lithium, so that, there's not a lot of it on the planet, and so they're working on that. I've been following that company for a couple of years, and they're actually doing pretty good. Curious to see what their earnings report does today. Reminder, guys, tomorrow, we won't be doing it today because we have four analysts on here, and there's a lot of stuff to get through, but tomorrow, live on the air, we're going to be doing this giveaway, 1 month access to Chart Prime for members only. So if you're not a member, you still have time to get in. Check down below here. You'll see the join button. Join there. You get all kinds of perks. Get into our Discord. Connect your YouTube account to that Discord account, and bam, you will get access to all kinds of perk windows and channels behind that. But it also gets you entered to win a free month of Chart Prime, along with over 30 hours of live educational content with myself and the OC guy over there on the Chart Prime Discord. So looking here, also tomorrow, doing the second giveaway, because this was for 5K subscribers, and we were kind of floored that we hit it so quickly. So there's two giveaways overlapping with each other. That is the cost of success right there. $50 in ADA. We're going to be giving that away. This is open to everyone. So follow this X account, like the post, repost the post, join the Discord, and you will be entered for a giveaway for $50 in Cardano tomorrow. So let's get into the news here, guys. Bitcoin rallies above $51,000. That's a significant amount of short positions got liquidated. As we just talked about, not going to go too deep into this, but in the 24-hour, over $130 million in total crypto current article came out. It's even higher. So yeah, $51,000 Bitcoin. We don't need to sit on that. We're going to look at the charts, man. And for those that were answering that question down there, if you have not done so yet, who said printing money for fools is a great business to be in? Most of you guys said a banker. And the next one was Peter Schiff. Guys, it was a banker, no joke. Let's take a look at this. New Zealand's central bank governor, Adrian Orr, jested during a parliamentary meeting on Monday, but Bitcoiners argue that there's truth to this joke. I absolutely agree with that. During the parliamentary meeting on February 12th, the New Zealand Reserve Bank governor was met with laughter when he said, "It's a great business to be in central banking, where you print money and people believe it." That was a banker. That was a banker. But remember, crypto is the nefarious money. Sky Blue founder, guys, says it's not too late to buy Bitcoin. This article came out last night. So if you had seen this article last night, well, I guess it says 3 hours ago, but it was really last night when I saw the main headline. It said it's not too late to buy Bitcoin. They updated it 3 hours ago, just so you're tracking. 4C is a face-ripping rally incoming. So if you'd seen this article before that big, massive candle, he would have been absolutely correct. And I still think he's correct, because we just showed you an article yesterday that said $112,000 Bitcoin this year. So, which was not even the top. That was just, hey, we could see that this year. So Anthony Scaramucci, Bitcoin is still a good buy. The Skybridge Capital founder said, and he's maintained that it's not too late to invest in as prices exceeding 50,000, now 51,000. When he was asked, again, did I miss buying an opportunity? The answer is a hard no. So there you go, guys. He's still saying that we got more upside to go. And then here's our headline thumbnail article for today, guys. Peter Schiff warns of a Bitcoin pump and dump and expects to see a massacre. Peter Schiff there, the economist and gold bug, has warned that the current Bitcoin price surge looks like another classic pump and dump. I guess I wonder, does he feel that that's the 4-year cycle is a pump and dump to parabolic run-up highs that outperform every asset in history on the entire planet and then dump back down? We'll have to, who knows? If you're looking at 4-year cycles, yeah, there's probably a massive dump coming. But you're going to be the fool that sits on the sideline while the rest of us make a ton, an ass load of money over the next 2 years. So the price of Bitcoin soared from above $50,000 on Monday. Many are bullish about the price rising further as Bitcoin halving approaches. Economist and Coldbug Peter Schiff remains skeptical. He's probably going to be skeptical when it's still sitting at $1 million. So it looks like another classic pump and dump here. In November 2018, he tweeted, "Don't make the mistake of thinking that buying Bitcoin below $3,800 is a bargain just because the current price is better than 80% below its record high. Bitcoin could easily drop another 80% from here." So in 2008, you were wrong, Peter. And 2020, you were wrong. I'm going to go ahead and make the call now that in 2024, you're wrong. All right, guys, let's jump over here. What do you guys think? That article, Peter Schiff and his persistent, eternal pessimism against Bitcoin.
I mean, at some point it's going to pull back, right? He'll be right eventually, and then he'll say, "I told you so." But here we are, what, over 100% later of I'm calling it a bull market. I know a lot of people are kind of slow to the party. Piper, I know we talked about a pre-show. You were like, "Yeah, we've been in a bull market forever," but most people are still saying we're not there yet. So that makes it more interesting because that probably makes OC happy because maybe we'll actually go up to his price prediction.
1.4 million or the $500,000 when there's two of them there.
Let's go, whichever.
$1 million. I do want to point out that that video is at 15,000 views now. So much love to. But here, Valentine's Day hearts to all the people that have supported the channel. There you go. Yeah, don't freeze. OC. I'm gonna have to get you. I'm gonna have to get you some graphics for hearts to come up when you do that. I'll just push the button for you. I got you. Joe, how you doing, man? What's up? What do you think about this article?
Doing good, man. Yeah, and just like it was said, prior, you're gonna continue to say that over and over and over again until eventually you're right. And when that happens, then, as everybody always does, "Oh, you see, I told you so. I told you it's gonna come down." And
absolutely,
just do until you don't, But yeah.
Somebody said, "Send Peter some Bitcoin." He wouldn't know what to do with it probably. Actually, you know what? He's probably the type of person that has been secretly behind closed door going, "All right, I know I said this, but I need to go ahead and pick up some of this crazy magic money over here." So let's go ahead and get into the charts. And I'm going to start off with some Bitcoin here, and we're going to take a look at that. And then also, guys, there's a poll up. Highest price Bitcoin gets this year. You got a choice there between $50,000, $65,000, $80,000, $100,000 plus. Sent up by Crux of Crypto there in the chat. So go ahead and answer that question, guys. Let me know what you think. Let's get into Bitcoin here, and let's take a look at what we're looking at on the old Bitcoin. Bitcoin breaking up right now, getting a little pullback here, sitting currently at about 51,800 in that ballpark. If you take a look at the master chart, guys, yesterday when we were talking about the stuff coming out and we were pulling back, and we were holding on this 786 right here, and I said, look, if we lose this, we're probably going to come down to the golden pocket, $40,000 range, $41,000 range. But right now, we're holding this. We're holding it strong, and we're not breaking below it. If we hold this, then we're still in play in the platinum pocket, and that would still put our target up at about $56,000 on the dot. So that's what I'm still watching. That's what I'm still expecting until I see us break this 786. And then the golden pocket comes back in play. Until that happens, our target is the 887 at $56,000. So that's what I got for Bitcoin. We're going to go ahead and just start the round robin here. TradeFly, we're going to start with you guys. Let's keep the TA short and concise today. We're looking for concision and precision because we got 4 analysts and a lot of stuff to go through. So hand it your way, TradeFly.
Right on. Cool. So I'll keep it really quick. As a news article I was going to talk a little bit about, but Bitcoin breaks the 1 trillion market cap. So here we are. And when's the last time we saw this? Well, that was in 2021. Guess what? We were on our way to an all-time high. So how do we tie it in? Let's go over to the chart. Take a look-see. All right. So here you go. I have a horizontal line of resistance right here. It looks like we've broken it. That's good news. And that kind of lines up right here. We had a very significant area. All right. So if we go out to the weekly and we zoom out, when we look at this area, we have support, we have resistance, we have support, and then it actually broke down through it, and then it became resistance, right? So again, I teach you guys all the time, that's really what you want to look for. When you see that flip of whether it's support or resistance, and then it starts acting inversely, then that's kind of our signal that this is going to be a pretty key area. Not only that, 1 trillion, just think about it. That's a psychological number. So when we start breaking that area, man, it could be game on. And we're going to tie that into the charts a little bit deeper. Let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin here. Now, one of my lines in the sand right now as resistance was about 52,500, 52,425 if you want to be really tight about it. But all I'm doing, again, is looking at a horizontal level. I'm coming back, and look, it kind of lines up on the chart right now. Now, the interesting part is it's already broken through that 1 trillion mark for Bitcoin. But, however, price action-wise, we're still looking at a little area of resistance. So I'm going to tell you right now, 52,500 or somewhere in the area of about 52.4, set some alerts, because we want to see what happens when it gets there. And I think if we break that area, we're going to see some real massive continuation of the upside. That's just kind of my personal feeling, but I mean, it opens up the floodgates if you're looking at the charts from a macro level.
Absolutely. Absolutely. OC, let's kick it over to you, and then Joe, you'll be right behind him. So have your charts ready. Let's go.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at here. So basically, I do like a lot what TradeFly was mentioning. I do have also some of kind of like the same areas that I'm looking at, and also I mentioned that I'm taking some profits on the long that I was taking a couple of weeks ago. Let me show you what. I mean, this is going to be very, very simple. I'm not going to try to complicate myself, but I'm looking at this pocket in here. As you can see, we are basically on that pocket. Other than that, it's just basically 59 and then all-time high. So we will need to do a pullback somewhere around here, right? So what is the next option that I can look at this area? We have another trend line in here, which is slightly bit different from TradeFly's, but also points very closely to the same area. So, I mean, we could easily go to 54, but we already have some reversals, overbought. So I'm kind of like fighting between that area psychologically. So what I'm going to be doing if I just feel in doubt, or I'm kind of like hitting somewhere on a big resistance, I will start taking some profits. Remember, I already have DC8 all the way to the downside, and it's time for me to start harvesting a little bit of that money for myself. So that's basically what I'm doing, and that's why am I taking profits. And as Piper says, nobody goes broke taking profits, right?
Ever. Never.
You got
All
a
right,
wedding
Joe,
to
what
pay
you
for,
got
bro.
us?
Those
What you got
profits.
for us, Joe? Show us the way. Show us the way. Trade Intuition
cool.
in the house. Let's go, guys. Hey, guys, all of Trade Intuition, which is Joe, all of his links are down below in the description. Make sure you go down there and give him a follow. We got his X post down there and his YouTube. This guy is really good, and I'm very excited to see what you got for us, Joe. Go for it, man.
Awesome, man. Hopefully I don't disappoint. This is more of a macro, and I agree with y'all as well. And whenever we say numbers, it's not the exact number. It's like a range. So mine is right around 51.7. This is my major resistance zone. I had a plan A, plan B, got faked out on this bearish retest, but then it just broke through. So always have plan A, plan B, and now it's up here. So now my thought process is, if we do break this level, I really want to say it's going to come down because just of the recent pump, but I've been wrong before. Should come up to here about 59.4 and then possibly come back down, hopefully find support. But in my opinion, I would really love to see this retracement that we normally get prior to the halving, and I would love to see 34K, but only time will tell. So that's all I got.
So you think that it's quite possible for us to come all the way back down to what is that range there? Was that about
dream? That's my dream. Do I think
that's
it's
your
possible?
dream?
I don't. Possible.
I'm not going to kick your dreams, bro. I promise.
Dude, if that happens, man, so many people would be happy. Do I think it's going to happen? No, but I can hope and dream. So that's my
yeah.
What is it?
Yeah,
what is
a little retracement would be healthy. Go ahead, OC. What's that?
Sorry, I was asking Joe, what is the price area on your golden pocket? Because I'm still looking at 40K, 38K, and that kind of seems somewhere around that area. Is that it?
Yeah, this one's between 32 and 28, but I don't think it'll go that low. The I'm thinking like 34, 31, but I would love it to go up to like 38 because the market needs it. The market needs that retracement so that everybody can kind of just cool off a little bit and then start getting the momentum again. And then that's when, and y'all were talking about the bull market earlier, that's when all the FOMO, because right now there's no FOMO in this bull market, but that's when all the FOMO is going to start coming in. And now, we already had our retracement, the Bitcoin halving already happened. So all these things already came into play. Now you get everybody, the news, you get all the big institutions, everybody talking about it, more commercials about it. Then, of course, that's when your taxi driver tells you about it or your Uber driver. And then that's when you sell.
So I do want to point something out, Joe, because you were talking about, we need that retracement down to that level, but we actually had that recently. If you look here, we hit this 786 on the price pump up. We pulled back down and tested the bottom of the horizontal golden pocket here, the horizontal fibs, which is taken from the all-time high candle close to the all-time to the local low candle close. We literally came down and wicked perfectly to the golden pocket to the 786 and then got bought up viciously, savagely by the bulls for a total move from that line to now. That's been a 36% move. So, I mean, we had a retracement. It hit a solid support previous resistance and then gave us this rally. So we kind of had a version of what you think needs to occur, but
Right.
I do agree that a retest of the golden pocket, which is between $40,700 for the top side, as low as $38,500 for that bottom, does need to occur again, and it's probably going to happen after the halving event based on the fact that in previous cycles we have come back. This line right here is actually where the golden pocket sits for the 0.66 on this cycle post halving, and then if you go to the other one, I have them turned off right now, but I have the lines drawn on there. That would be where the 0.66 was at golden pocket from all-time high to low on the horizontals there also post halving. So I do think that post halving we could see a retracement down to that top side golden pocket, and that halving here is going to be somewhere in the line of about right here. So let me find if I can have that line on. I have it somewhere. Vertical line, where you at? I have a vertical horizontal. I have a vertical line for this, the next halving. There we go. It's going to be somewhere in this ballpark here. So somewhere after this, and if I move this, it's probably going to be closer to like April the 9th now. So we'll put it about April 8th here. This would be bullish to come down and test this again because we normally do right after the halving hit that 0.66 before we get the parabolic run. So I'd still think that there is a chance for that. But as of right now, the scenario you talked about did play out for a retracement down to that 38,500 in January. So
if my dream doesn't happen in 3 more months, no more dream. Going to the next one.
No more dreaming. No more dreaming. we're California dreaming. Well, this is called moon dreaming, and this is how it works. So, all right, let's jump over here and let's get into another chart. I want to show you guys what I'm looking at here. Clean spark yesterday. I did have a target down here. Called it wrong. It happens. I'm not always right. I thought we'd be coming back down here to the 50% line on that news of the Fed Reserve economic data that came out on inflation. We did get close to it. We wicked down here to $13.76, the top of my line coming in at $13.22. So it's about 50 cents off. But then we've rallied back up, closing the candle in the golden pocket and pumping. However, Cypher was one of the ones that I called out for you guys. And I said, look, I'm shooting for a target down here at the 50 in line coming across this dynamic reactor from Chart Prime's indicator here. And if we hit that, that would be a very bullish thing. We literally wicked exactly to that point. So if anybody was looking for those and they set entries on any of these crypto Bitcoin mining yesterday, you would have done really good to have gotten in at that because where we currently are right now is a 24.27% move at the current price. So shout out to anybody that got in on that trade. That I just wanted to give you the update on that. One last thing I called out yesterday in a trade entry. I'm going to do what other YouTubers will never do. Well, I mean, some will, but I put in a short call yesterday in our Discord, and I said, look, here's your entry right here on this phase 2 golden pocket, the 0.618. I said it's set this for a short, likely to come down and retest the dynamic reactor down here and that phase 1, 618 on Pith. Once it got here, and I looked at Bitcoin because I had an alert set on this line. I touched it. I went and looked at it. I saw that Bitcoin had changed its story, right? And I said in my group, I tagged all the members and said, hey guys, the Pith trade, probably a wash. If you're going to hold on to it, make sure you set your stop loss, like I've said. But as of right now, Bitcoin has changed its cycle. It's reversed a little bit and it's looking pumpy. So this trade, probably a wash. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. This trade was wrong, and I let everybody know why. That is the analytical cycle, guys. When you have data come in and you analyze it, you aggregate it, you make your assessment. You have to take new data as it comes in and start the analytical cycle over again. That is Analytics 101. So that's what I got there on that trade. Pith, absolutely breaking my call yesterday. So let's jump over to TradeFly, see what you got here. Unless Joe, you got some insight on that. You look like you want to speak on it. Go. What you got, bro?
Oh, no, I'm just agreeing with you. And that's one thing that most people don't do is they don't show where the thought process always continues. You know, as more price actions print, then it's okay. This doesn't look as good as it used to. Change it up. So no,
exactly. Yeah, it's a circle. If you ever look at the analytical cycle process, it's literally a circle and it comes back to one, right? So that's how that works. TradeFly, what you got, bro?
Right on. I got Coinbase up on the daily. Now, I got the dynamic support and resistance zones pulled up just so you can see that. And that really, really lines up with the chart in terms of the Fibonacci retracement tool. And one of the areas that we were looking at, you can see it's highlighted in blue. Remember, we were saying, hey, golden pocket, we're in line with the dynamic reactor. We've gotten a lot of support off of that. And, you know, just kind of going back and looking at the charts. And so that was an area of interest. Since we've, looked at this area as an area of interest, it's up about 39%. So quite a significant move. Obviously, it's rallying in conjunction with Bitcoin. But here we are at a level of resistance. So what I'm going to say to you, if you did get into that trade, this is an area that you really want to keep an eye on. So I think this is going to be a common theme, right? Because we've had that move up, that we're going to see a lot of these projects, tokens, coins, whatever it may be that you're invested in. You might be finding your area, some areas of resistance, or at least potential areas of resistance, because the market's moving in a way that I think, as Joe was saying, the euphoria, I think it's actually starting to set in right now, because people are talking to me about it. People are reaching out to me like, hey, dude, you've been in Bitcoin for a while. Like, you're probably doing really well right now. Yeah, you're late to the party, man. I think it's starting to set in. But I do want to point this area out, and it's at about 160. So keep an eye on it. Again, it's one of those things. If we break, I think we have a pretty clear path up to about the previous high, which is say about 188 or so. Okay, so you can see not a lot of volume in that area. It could just pump right up to about 188 pretty quick. I'm not gonna say it's overnight, but keep an eye on this area right here at 160. If we do pull back, then there's obviously going to be all sorts of support, at least potential areas of support here. You can see the 382 at 143, and you can just see the support area that is highlighted by the dynamic support and resistance indicator with chart prime. And so we might find support here as well. So coming down, I'll actually look at the indicator this time. You can see we are printing an overbought, and that is on the daily. So this is kind of where I would kind of take a back seat. I want to see if it breaks, maybe see if we get a retest just to get confirmation that it is now support, or, there could be a rejection. We'll see. I'm going to say, just with sentiment right now, because of the way things are moving, the way people are getting excited right now, I have a feeling that we might actually break through this. And that's just my personal feeling, but I'm not telling you to go long here. I'm telling you to wait and see what happens at this area.
Awesome. Yeah. So just so you track it, I actually looked at coin when I was looking at all of my crypto mining to see how it performed in relation to, in comparison to MicroStrategies, the mining stocks and stuff versus Bitcoin. Coin not a big performer. Good performance, but not in comparison to the mining stocks and stuff.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty correlated to Bitcoin. It's
yeah.
not far off if you start looking at it.
It was pretty similar. I was like, if I'm going to buy
Yeah.
coin, I'm base. I might as well just hold Bitcoin on that one. So yeah, but I did.
I'm still holding your
but
Bitcoin.
I did that. Oh, you still got my Bitcoin? Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Let's go over to OC.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to point out on fear and greed. Papa, you were talking about it for a couple of classes ago, and I also like to look at it, and I've been looking at it very every single day, and we are at 74 greed. I'm looking at to be somewhere between 78 or higher than 74 to start seeing that possible retracement. And I'm pointing this out because just to do a little reminder here, remember on this trend line we still had a little bit of the area to maybe to keep moving up, and that is because I'm going to go to Solana. What's Solana? Because we did hit an alert yesterday. Solana crossing 115.36. As you can see, it was created the 13th February the 13th. All right. So what happened here? I went long on Solana. Basically played out perfectly. I'm breaking through this trend line, which is what I was expecting, and then also now looking at possible resistance. So does that mean that I'm just gonna pull out of that trade already? Not really, not at this stage, but I am moving very, very careful because I know I could be standing in quicksand, and this could be turning around on me very, very fast. So let me just point out that when I start turning on my support and resistances, my next resistance is closely to the previous high here, and is not too far away from that area. We're just kind of like a shy out of like 3%, 4%, something around that to that next resistance. So again, just moving with caution, moving my stop loss as it goes, and also I will be taking some early profits at here and then trailing my way up. Another thing on Solana, it is my predictive ranges right here that they are appearing almost exactly with my support and resistances. So we are building up that strength all the way up here, and it's to be expected. All right, let me just pull up a little bit more in here, which are a triangle and also a channel. And I know it's a little bit messy. Well, to be expected, right? Out of the spaghetti. So what I got here is that I am at the top of the channel here. I do have a support with another trend line if I retrace. And also I have broken the triangular pattern. I already have hit target number 3 of a smart target. So I'm just right now prolonging out of what it was expected. So on the oscillator, I'm just looking for that FOR right there as we get again at the overbought area. So that's what I got on Solana, guys.
The old flip of the ribbon. Yep. All right, Joe.
Exactly.
Coming in hot, bro. Here we go.
All right, cool, man. So this one, I do like this one. It's a small market cap. I'm not sure how y'all do the small market caps. It's under 100 million. This one's only 92. This one broke through resistance, and I actually made a video on this one yesterday. Let's go to
Kudos to you, man.
Yeah, so this one right here, nice support zone. So just gonna be real fast. Nice support zone. It did come down. I believe I posted it when it was around this area. Came down to the support zone, bounced, now creating a higher low and breaking the previous higher high or the high. So I think this one's going to do well. Just to kind of give you all the targets and the stop loss. I'm real big on stop loss. Stop loss is around 5%.
Last thing I say ever show, use a stop loss.
Yes. Matter of fact, I had one person ask me, because they kept on moving down their stop loss. And I told him, I said, dude, just take off your stop loss. And he's like, Joe, you always say have a stop loss. I said, well, if you're going to continuously move it down and further down, like you're just making yourself an extra step. Just remove it.
Yeah.
But I tell everybody, have a stop loss. Stop losses will save your butt. This one, 5% from the time that we posted.
Stop losses save marriages.
Yes. Especially on Valentine's Day, too. So, yeah, definitely.
That's right.
And then, of course, this is a long-term hold idea, 190. And I tell everybody to, like, the price will go up and it's going to come down, so don't expect this in 2-3 days. This is just give it some time and go up and down, compound your gains. And that's all I got. So I do like this one.
What do you think this is? Bitcoin?
Right.
You were
that's all I
saying?
got on this one. That's all I got.
Okay.
Just real quick.
Yeah, looks interesting. I'll have to check it out. It's CUDOS and small cap, not financial
Small
advice,
cap,
but
AI
take a look
coin.
at it. And yeah, guys follow Trade Intuition, and you guys could have had that yesterday. So there you go. Let's go and take a look here at Stacks. I want to pull up Stacks, and I want to pull up Caspa real fast. Quick walkthrough TA on this. Guys, we were sitting down here on this phase 3 down here. We were holding tight on it as support. These are my trend-based fib extensions here. I said that the next step up for this would be phase 4, 618, up at $2.44. However, I do want to point out right now, we did wick up perfectly and are getting a little bit of a rejection here on the upper trade band. There's your bottom trade band. There's your top trade band right there. There's your bottom one. There's your delta median, which was a resistance. We were kind of stuck in between here on this phase 3 golden pocket in that delta median, and then we shot up to that upper trade band. So keep an eye on this trade band. I do think that we will wick up to at least phase 4. If Bitcoin continues its upward movement, we will break this and get into support. But right now, we could reject down for another retest of this phase 3 on Stacks, watching it closely, currently up 12% today. And then real quick on Caspa, just to give you an update on where we are on it, because you know I love my Cas. I'm hoping for it to come down to phase 6 golden pocket here. But if Bitcoin continues doing what it's doing, Caspa may not do that. Be advised, I did call this as the entry point down here at 12.8 cents. The original trade entry that I had was a little bit lower. We were down here in the phase 5. I put a phase 6 target 1, phase 7 target 2. Both of those were hit. Thought it might come back to retest this for an entry. As of right now, holding pretty still and calm between phase 6, phase 7. So we want to give a little update on that trade call from the Discord members group. So let's go and jump over here real fast because we got a little bit of time, about 24 minutes left on this show. I just want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat right now, all of our members that are in here, and we got Crypto Billy in the house. We got Alex Owen here. Lunar Beaches is in the house. We got all of our wonderful moderators, to include Queen Mod. I was joking around yesterday with Crux, and he was talking about how are we going to deal with toxic people in chat? And I said, I'm just going to get a soundbite that says "Unleash the Mod Queen," and we'll send Alexandra G at him. So, but yeah, hey, shout out to everybody that's in here right now. Crypto Billy, if you guys missed Billy Goat Tales yesterday, we were talking about it earlier. Fantastic episode yesterday about going from good to great. So, which is what Bitcoin did today, ironically enough. Evidently, Satoshi Nakamoto was listening in anonymously into Billy Goat Tales last night. So shout out to the Givers Gang community and everyone that's in here. Arsan said, do you offer buy and sell alerts? I do not offer buy and sell alerts. I offer trade setups that I'm interested in so that you guys can take that information, know where to start looking, do your own research, and you do a buy or sell indication. I do not give indications. I will never tell you what to do with your money, and I will never shill a coin to you so that I can make money off of it. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing, and you guys can act accordingly. So, but yes, that is in our Discord under trade setups. I share it with people. So far, we're about, let's see here, 75% accurate, 25% off. And I made that call to cut that 25% one out yesterday when I said Bitcoin's changing, don't do it. Let's go ahead and jump back into some charts here. I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys are why we do this, the alumni. Shout out to the alumni.
Yeah, that's my alumni. You know what I mean?
TradeFly, you ready, bro? Get it.
Oh, sorry. I was dancing, man. You gave me the music. I was ready to dance. Sorry.
No, it's just a bumper. Yeah, that's my alumni. You know what I mean?
You're throwing me off with that. All right, cool. So let's look at MANTA. This is one of the ones that I pointed out to you guys. I want to say it was last week. I got it on the 4-hour right now. And the reason I was interested in MANTA is it came down and it was testing the golden pocket. And then we did get some hidden bearish divergence here. So I was like, hey, keep an eye on it. It did move up, but it hasn't moved up as much as the other coins, right? So it did come up to the 0.5. If you look at some of the other ones, they came up to the 0.382. So it's showing a little bit of weakness, I'll say, in comparison to some of the other coins. And then we are kind of flirting right here with the 100-day. So, you know, it's going to find a little resistance. And on top of that, you got the point of control right here. So a lot of things going on kind of in one area. It's a lot of, you'll want to look for confluence a lot of times to see like if you're going to get price reaction off of that area. So it kind of looks like we are, right? It's showing a little bit of rejection where some of the other coins not showing that as much. I do think Bitcoin might be pulling back a little bit off the 52K. That makes sense. Psychological number, right? Some people are going to take profits. OC, you're messing up the market right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. 0.5. That's a pretty firm area, and the reason it is you're coming back, you're looking resistance, support. So that's one of the things that I always look for. I look for that confirmation. At this point, we have probably 10 to 11 different touches in this area. So again, I think it's going to be a common theme. Set your alert somewhere in this area at the 0.5. So that's $2.95. Set your alert there. If we get a break, then what you want to look for is it to come down, get confirmation that this area is now support. So you'll look for a retest and then continuation to the upside. And it shouldn't be too hard for it to move up to the 0.382 at about $3.16. We just got to get over this level. All right, if we pull back, obviously, where are we going to look? Well, let's look at the dynamic reactor. We might find some resistance or correction support there. And then the golden pocket is probably where I would more likely look at. But I'm going to probably set an alert somewhere around 2.8 to kind of give me the heads up that, hey, this thing is pulling back a little bit. And now we can look for maybe a potential entry. So that's what I got from MANTA.
Awesome. Let's go ahead, OC, and then we'll head to Joe, and then we're going to pull up the heat map here and see what we can see for other assets. Take a look at it. So.
Absolutely. So getting back to Ethereum, yesterday I was looking at Ethereum, also crossed another alarm. You can see it right there. It was on February the 13th. It hit my alert on 2,713.58. Basically, as we were breaking this area, I am looking for a retracement here. Not quite there yet. I'm not going to be running or chasing after this price because it was very low at this point. But also, I mean, we still got some room to grow. So I will not be a little bit, nervous about this trade. Although I need to be honest with you guys, I did not enter in long on this one. I am, again, waiting for a possible retest on this area right here for me to jump in back in or jump into this trade. So I am looking fairly bullish with fairly bullish eyes to Ethereum. Although, again, I am very careful at this area. Let's just bring up a couple of support and resistance that we have. So we are breaking through a major resistance. Not only that, if we start looking at what is the volume, we see sell volume, and also we can see a retraction candle there. Although our oscillator is flipping up, so most likely we're going to be flipping this volume up to the upside and keep pushing forward to the upside again. So I do see it going up, but not for too long, because previously, right before here, we have another big, and let me go to the daily because I need to show you this other big area that we have somewhere around here. So, come on. Here we go. So this is the area that we are right now, and we have this little peak. Remember, as we have previous resistance becomes new support, so on and so forth. So that's what I'm looking at these areas in here for the rejection. So as you can see, we are teasing with the bottom of that box that I have going on daily, and that's what I'm expecting, a upcoming retracement. Even on daily, we are on overbought areas, going for that FOR, flip of the ribbon, and that's what I'm looking for a reincorporation to Ethereum. Turning it back to you guys.
Sweet. Appreciate it, man. Joe, you up, bro?
Awesome, man. So this one's DUSK, another low market cap coin, 129 million. Now this one I was looking at about 2 weeks ago, and I just started looking at it again today. Price action was around this area, and of course my support bounce or box is right in this area. It did come down, bounced off of it, bounced off of again.
Hey, Joe, what are those areas? Can you call out the prices on those areas? Because we got a lot of people that listen to us on their morning drive, so we like to give them the price too.
Oh yeah, definitely. So for the most current support zone, we're looking at 0.3329, and then also 0.3249. That's my current support zone.
Okay.
So it did break above this. Now for entry, I would look for the price action to come into the support zone, and then possibly get a nice bounce, and then of course come up. Now, what I like doing is I like entering a little bit here, 50%, and then once it breaks out of this area, which would be the top of 0.3329, then I add the rest of my entry. Just because, I mean, it could continue coming down. You might get support, and then it comes down. Then we have our stop loss fairly tight, right underneath our support. And then if it does, instead of going down, come up, always plan A, plan B. If it does come up, then here's my next level. I would enter at 0.3496, and then once it pulls back for a retrace, I'd enter again. But so this is just, again, I'm looking more to the lower cap coins at the moment, just because the market's starting to turn, and it's going to get good, guys. It's going to get really good. But once again, we only have about 18 months to make a bunch of money, so let's do it.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of time to make a whole lot of money, Joe. I think we got plenty of time. Just gotta tune into the right people. All of my partners list that I have up on the credits and in the Discord or in the description of the show there. Follow all those people, man. We got Trade Intuition in there, Alex O Crypto in there. We got Lunar Beaches in there. We got the Investing Bros in there. We got Crypto Blood in there. Like Crypto Archie, there's a lot of great people. If you guys follow all those people, you'll get all the alpha you need for the next 18 months of life-changing generational wealth. So I'm going to jump over and take a look here at Chainlink. That's why I put on the link hat. Got to put on the link hat for this one. I am the self-appointed first sergeant of the Link Marines. So I can do that because other people in the space have done that with their favorite tokens. So I made myself the first sergeant. So take a look here, guys. What's that?
I support you, Piper.
Thank you. I'm OC guy, and I support this message. Take a look here what we got, guys. We've been watching this trend line. This is an old trend line on Chainlink here. If we do get a move up there, I'm going to be watching it. This line goes all the way back to looks like November of 2023. So we've had resistance here a lot on it. We did a couple of fake outs on it. Right now, and I called this the other day with Bedredden. It said, watch out. We're hitting this line again. Got a decent little pullback there off of that line to the bottom of that wick, about a 6.6% move there. Right now, looks like we're getting rejection. I still do have my T-box down here, which, by the way, is on this former top trade band here. If you take a look at what this is, we were in this little trade range here where you can scalp top and bottom. Chainlink is famous for this this price action. It did it for a long time back here where you could have just scalped tops and bottoms, and that's why when it gets that breakout, you can make a call on it. Just like when we broke here, I made the call on that and said watch for this resistance point. So pretty good move there, but I'm watching for it to come down. When I first did this, the dynamic reactor was down here. I'm going to have to reassess and say that top trade band may not be where we go to. I'm going to readjust my T-box here. Shout out to TA Tim from Investing Bros. We're going to look at that range there to be where we come in on that at. I'm actually going to move that up, and that's going to be our support box that I'm going to look for an entry on along. Coming in somewhere here with the trend assistant and that dynamic reactor with a previous zone here. And if we go over here and we pull up a little bit of action here on the fixed range volume profile, see what we're working with in this area here. If it prints, thank you. We do have a value area high that we bounced perfectly off up here. If we break that value area high, this is going to be your indicator to know what's going on, guys, right here. If we break this value area high right here, can I draw? Can you draw for me? Drawing tool, please. Thank you. If we break this value area high, we will head down to the point of control, which is sitting perfectly in the new box that I just drew. So that's what we're going to watch for. We're going to set an alert here. Right here on the value area high, just below it, I'm going to set an alert. That will give me an alert now. I don't have to sit and watch the charts all day. I can go do whatever, hang out with the wife, do something with the son, maybe jump on PlayStation 5, play a little video games. I can chill. I can enjoy my day, get an alert, then come and get time to work. Time to work, right? It's still punch in the clock. I got an alert, and we're going to watch for it to come down to this point of control and grab into that. Guys, let's go over here and take a look at the heat map. So if you add a tab, Alex O does this all the time. I want to show you guys, and I'm probably going to mess this up, Alex, just so you know, because I kind of like your version better than mine. So shout out to the Otter gang. Come over here to heat maps. You click that. It's going to come on here. Go over here and change performance to volatility. And this is going to give you color coding based on how volatile they are. If they're light blue, that's what you're looking for. So Solana, a lot of volatility. Look at that 7.21% move there. Come down here, Cardano 7.41%, Avalanche 7.99. You know what? Let's do Avalanche. I want to go take a look at that. Almost 8% move right now. Good volatility, good token with a lot of history. Let's go ahead and check it out and see what it's looking like. Yeah, guys, we're just now getting a rejection on the 0.66 golden pocket on this 4-hour candle. So if we go take a look at the oscillators, see how things are looking here. Oscillator still looking bullish off of the 0 line to the upside. Still has a lot of movement. I would watch and see if we hold this golden pocket here, and if we do, possibly look at a long on this based on this entry and this movement right now based on the oscillators and the RSI prime. I would look at going in there and getting into that long trade. Let me find the box. There we go. A little long action right on this entry here. There we go. And then look for it to come up to the 786 on that. Bring your stop loss down just a little bit lower there. And then this would be a little bit higher of a risk to reward, a little bit lower of a risk to reward than I prefer. I prefer 1 to 3. But if you're looking to get into an entry, you can get in on that. And if we're going to do that, you might as well move it up. And that will probably give us close to 1 to 3. So that's going to be your platinum pocket move right there. But if you're looking for a quick scalp, that would be your quick scalp to the upside there, and just run it really tight right on the bottom side of that golden pocket, and then you'll be good to go for your risk to reward. So that's what I got there, looking at Avalanche there on that move, based off of Alex O's strategy of the heat map. Alex, I'm sure you can call me later and tell me how badly I messed that up. Let's go TradeFly. What you got, man?
Right on. All right, so since you are the self-proposed, is it sergeant of
First sergeant?
Chainlink?
First sergeant.
First
I
sergeant.
earned that
Sorry
diamond. Thank you.
Sorry about that. You earned it. All right. Well, guess what? I am Captain Jack MATIC. So, taking a look at MATIC here on
Jack
the
MATIC.
daily.
I love it.
That's right. Go look at my Twitter. I did an AI, put my face on there. I actually think I could have played the part. I'm not lying to you. Check that out. All right. So, one of the things, again, common trend, we talked about MATIC when it pulled back. This is actually in line with the golden pocket. I took that off because it got a little bit too, crazy in here. There was just too much to look at. But it really lined up with the 200-day moving average, which when you get confluence like that, as well as a support level, then, hey, like this is an area that we should look at. We talked about it. And that's the common theme, right? A lot of these projects pulled back when Bitcoin had that pullback after the ETFs, and they pulled back to about the golden pocket, and then they started making their move back up and right. So this is why TA is important. And this is why people talk about the golden pocket so much. So, it's something you really want to keep an eye on. I would always set alerts around that. And sure enough, all right, now we're moving up and right. So, we talked about this a little bit. One of the areas I was looking at was the 83-cent area. And the reason I was looking at that is, one, there was a little bit of confluence here with the moving averages. But I go back. I like looking back left on the charts, and I like to find those areas where you're going to see support and resistance. As you draw that line, it makes it a lot more clear, right? You see all these wicks off of it. You see the resistance. You see the support, yada, yada, yada. You guys are going to hear me say this over and over again, but this is an area where you could really see it. Like, look at the bars, how they're on the bottom side of it. Look at the bars, how they're on the north side of it or the top side. And you can see that, okay, this is an area that we have to respect. So we got over it, and when we did, you can see what happened. It became support, and there was also confluence there with the 50-day moving average. And you can see, all right, there's a little area of support, and then it went up, and here we are at about 88 cents. Now, 88 cents is the area I believe that I mentioned to keep an eye on. Same thing, all right? Once you draw the line, it becomes very apparent that that's an area that we keep an eye on. So again, common trend. I think we're at a little bit of area of resistance. We need to see what happens when we react with the 88 cent level, and then what happens if we break. Well, if we break, Chart Prime has done really well with this one. I would agree, looking at it, going back left, look at it, resistance, support falls through. That lets me know it's important. And then we come back up, retest. We have now flipped what was support into resistance. There's confirmation. And now if we're pressing up and right, we're going to look at this area. This is going to be a key area, and that is at about 94.5 cents. that's where I would expect to see some sort of price action, some sort of rejection. I'm really going to start looking down at the indicators here as well, the prime oscillator, and we are going to get close to an overbought region. We're not there yet, but we could be there if we press up, and that would be my area of like, okay, one, I'm probably going to look at potentially taking profits or exiting my trade if I was in a long position, or if we do see a rejection and then we come down here and we start seeing the oscillator start coming down and right, then I may actually look at a potential short and taking a 1 to 2% move with a little bit of leverage. That's one of my games that I like to play. I like seeing that reaction off of significant areas of support and resistance. That's why I'm talking about it so much. This is a key area. Mark my words. That's what I got.
And you got it right. Awesome. Hey, by the way, I do want to point out that Alex O Crypto's Nano, his grandfather, called that we were going up. There's a short video of him out there, and he's like, "Which way are we going?" And he said, "Up." So I just want to point that out. Up there in Canada, they make those boomers a whole different way. So let's go over and check out OC, and then we'll jump into Joe's to wrap out the show on TA. We got about 5 minutes, so let's go.
Absolutely. I'm the only non-military here, so I'm going to be calling myself the resistance, leader of the resistance.
You're in the chart prime army. It's okay. Yeah. CP army.
All right, perfect. Got it. Recruited exception.
You're a freaking astronaut, OC. You're a $1 million call. What are you talking about? No. You're an astronaut. You are not resistance. You are the bull, man.
Great, love it. Thank you, guys. So I'm gonna go with ADA here, and we have a little bit of a play out on what I was expecting. Not quite exactly I was expecting one single bounce, but it seems that we had something like a little like two or a double bottom here, or if you will, a little up ranging area right here. So what I'm gonna be doing is just removing everything so we can do it from scratch. We have a strong signal when we don't enter in strong signals or any signals. We enter on pullback. So pullback and up we go, pullback, off we go, pullback and off we go. So how far out could we go? Well, we can start using some patterns or some and then bring them back. Here we go, some patterns. And what I do have here is a channel. So the channel, it is pointing me out that I could very much get to the top of the channel right here. So I'm looking at 60, 0.60 on ADA, looking healthy. We haven't lost the zero line right down here. We are pretty bullish, and our consolidation score is fairly low. So I should and I could be up ranging, and that's exactly what I see. Let me just bring up some support and resistances just to make sure that I have my confluence set correctly, and I do have right there my predictive ranges. Just so you know, I'm using default predictive ranges settings here in case you were wondering, and that is 50. I like to use them on chart, and I do have a gray line right there at the top of the channel. So confluence mark getting stronger there. It's building up on that area. That's what I'm looking for. Going for support and resistance. Look at that, beautiful. Again, adding to the confluence to the same zone. So it seems that it's going to be a hard nut to crack right there. So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm looking for ADA, looking for a possible rejection somewhere around the 0.60 area. And based on that one, I will be making another assessment or another analysis in here. And for that, I'm going to be placing right there one of my alerts and just put it slightly below, because I have had that issue when I set my alert, it just by a couple of dollars, it just doesn't hit. But let's just compensate for that one. Yeah.
All right, Joe, wrap it up, brother. You're the last one in the shoot. Hit it.
All right, good stuff. It'll be real quick. This is just something to look out for. This was DOT on the 4 hour. We had this really nice head and shoulders. Did not play out. Of course, now it is creating higher highs and higher lows. Still looking really good. Right now, I would not enter it just because it's underneath resistance. It's about, I think, like 5 or 7% before resistance. But you have like a 17% possible drop. The support that I'm looking at is right between 7.302 and 7.097 for support bounce. So if it enters this zone and you haven't entered DOT already, I believe this will be a really nice area to enter. And same thing, 50% here and then 50% once it breaks out of the zone. That's all I got, guys. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. And congrats to all of your subscribers, guys. If you haven't already, make sure to smash the like. Make sure to share the content. Come join us Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Billy is the absolute beast. He believes in givers gain. Now, these guys right here, this whole panel is by far the absolute best group of guys you could ever meet. And there's, of course, in the chat too. I see a bunch in the chat as far as other YouTubers and just people in general, the community. This is the best place, guys. This is the absolute best place you can be. And share this out to all your friends, your family, people who are just getting into crypto. A lot of wealth of knowledge in here. And just like how Army did it earlier, like he shows you, you have to continuously think about what is going to happen. Just because you put out a chart doesn't mean, okay, set it and forget it. No, if something happens, you have to be able to adjust. And it's called an audible. And Army does it beautifully. So once again, guys, my name is Joe, also known as Trade Intuition. It's been a pleasure. And on Valentine's Day, with Bitcoin going up, who could have even had a better day, a better show? So once again, guys, my heart goes out to y'all. Definitely love all of y'all and keep doing what you're doing. I'm very proud of all of y'all's success. And that's all I got.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man. TradeFly OC, real fast on the way out, man.
Yo, give me some party music, because guess what? I've been holding out on you guys. I haven't been completely honest. It's Valentine's Day. Guess what? It's my birthday. We got a party. Let's go.
Bro,
That's my
happy
love,
birthday,
you know what I
man.
mean?
All right, OC, quickly on the way out, bro. Here we go.
Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. Happy birthday, TradeFly, and happy Valentine's to everybody. So, guys, hopefully, just move with cautions, enjoy the bull market, and let's wrap it up, Piper.
Awesome. Let's go. Joe, thanks for coming on today, man. Guys, follow Trade Intuition. Link down below. Happy birthday to TradeFly, my boy having a birthday on Valentine's Day. Bitcoin coming in at $52,000. We tapped it. So let's see if we can get back above that today. Be watching for those levels that we discussed, guys. We'll catch you here tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for more charts, more news, more market stuff, and updates so that you can have knowledge, because knowledge is profit. We will see you all later. Don't forget, here in about 30 minutes, if you're in the Chart Prime Discord, TA Talks with OC Guy and I in about 30 minutes, open to the public. We will check you guys out tomorrow morning. Until then, trade safe. And as always, use a stop loss.
We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling after wheels flow low. I know you hungry for knowledge, that's profit appetite. Classes in session, this for the Army Piper acolytes. TradeFly, get the soul train ready. What a line from OCI, form a Mexican spaghetti. Yo, crunch crypto with a deep dive to reject dime. And if you like the visual powered by Chart Prime, then you were part of that alumni, that's all spine. But if you have step, fall back to offline. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling after wheels flow low. Sound off to get with them, the ZTS rhythm. Rip it, Alexandra.
Yeah, that's my love, now you know what I mean.
That was awesome, dude!